We're joined by one of the senators calling for this investigation, New Jersey's Democrat Robert Menendez, live on Capitol Hill, the Rotunda. Sir, very good to see you. Thank you.
Good to be with you.
The basic facts, Senator, are we know there was some sort of contact. We know they wanted a deal off the shores of Libya. We know after the release of this man was secured, they then got the deal. A lot of dots out there. Can they be connected?
Well, it seems to me that when you add the fact that the Libyans reached out to the doctors that made the determination that he had only 3 months to live, al-Megrahi, the Pan Am 103 bomber who was convicted and in custody by the Scottish government, that ultimately now we hear those doctors saying that they were on basically the Libyan payroll. Ultimately, now they say he can live 10 years. Then you look at BP's written transactions with Jack Straw, the Secretary of Justice for the United Kingdom, for Great Britain, in which they said the lack of the transfer of this individual could impede the deal that we are striking with the Libyans to drill oil off the Libyan coast. And then you see Jack Straw write to the Scottish government and basically said, you know, we're going to include this individual. At the end of the day, you look at all of that, and it's plenty, while circumstantial, it is plenty of circumstantial evidence to raise the questions and to have the hearing and to ultimately get our State Department to pursue the British, because otherwise we send a message to terrorists in the world that even after you're caught and convicted of a terrorist act, killing 189 Americans, 38 from my home state of New Jersey, that then you can live in the lap of luxury in Libya and be celebrated. That sends all the wrong message to terrorists.
Well, I don't think there's a single person who's going to argue with that. One of the problems right now is, Senator, the British don't seem to want to cooperate much with this, and I'm just curious how hard the four of you are willing to push this thing.
Well, we're going to push it to the max. You know, the reality is that, you know, Great Britain may be an ally, but at the end of the day, it undermines our collective effort on our global fight on terrorism. And Libya supposedly wants to join the countries who are fighting terrorism. Well, you can't do that if the message you send is that you have al-Megrahi being celebrated, living in the lap of luxury, and now writing a book in which he could make money from it. He needs to go back into jail, and the Libyans have to be part of that process.
Yeah, there was a lot of outrage when he got let out of jail at the time, but now that these questions come up about BP's potential involvement, we can't know yet. Like I said, there are a lot of dots on the page, but there's not a lot of outrage now. I'm just curious, Senator, if in fact BP did engage in this matter to help this man get freed in an effort to allow itself to make more money off the backs of 189 dead Americans, almost 40 of them from the state of New Jersey, what ought to happen to BP now?
Well, you know, we called on BP today to stop any drilling off the Gulf, come clean with all of their correspondence and communications with the British government over this issue, because in essence, that would be blood money. If these statements are true, if in fact they were willing to circumvent justice and help free the killer of 189 people from the United States of America, 189 citizens, that in essence is blood money. And so that should be something that we know. And most importantly, my focus is making sure that we send a message to international terrorists that you can't kill Americans and at the end of the day be celebrated and free.
Well, that sounds like a mighty basic thing. Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey. Senator, very good of you. Good luck, and thank you.